Hey everyone, Christian here from CK Wraps. Today we're going to be wrapping a laptop. It's just your basic laptop. This is a Lenovo laptop. We're going to be doing the top portion of this laptop in some Vivid Silver Chrome. So we know this is Vivid Chrome, or we know this is a Vivid product because it says Vivid XPO on the backing. We want to make sure that it does say XPO on the backing and that you didn't get some of the old stuff off of eBay or Amazon, because it will not work well with you. I promise you that. So please, especially if you're using Chrome, make sure you've got the new stuff. It makes all the difference in the world. Anyways, we'll get to it. Just gonna put this down. All right. So, first off, make sure we have everything we need. We've got our squeegee and buffer, 30-degree 9mm blade, isopropyl alcohol, and a microfiber cloth, and that's what we're going to use along with our heat gun to get this to be perfect right on the top of the laptop. So instead of soaking the laptop in isopropyl alcohol, we're going to spray it onto the rag first, wipe the surface down, be thorough. And as far as the percentage on isopropyl alcohol goes, I like to use 70%. I do not dilute it. I don't use any more than 70%. I don't use any less. I use 70%. It's just what I find cleans really well and doesn't leave any residue behind. As you can see, there is no residue left on the laptop, so we're good. There's no white hazing or anything like that, because if there is, we want to make sure we take that off as well. I've already actually cleaned the laptop. I just demonstrated there for you on how to do it. I'm going to take the squeegee and I can actually, no, I was going to remove the battery, but I won't. Take the squeegee and the microfiber cloth and get right in there. Make sure that's nice and clean because we're going to wrap in there as well. All right. So if you've been watching any of my videos already, you'll know that Vivid's Chrome has a protective cap on it. So what we need to do is we need to remove that protective cap because it just won't work well with you when you're trying to conform Chrome. Some of the liquid metal colors come with it as well, so you want to remove that capping before you lay any of it. It just makes the film really, really hard to conform. It's more for shipping purposes, I believe, than installation. So we're just going to get rid of that right there. I've already cut the piece, as you can see, a little bit larger than the size of the laptop. We got to make sure we have a little bit of room for play and a little bit of room for error. We're going to peel the backing off any way that you find works, but try to keep the backing paper rolling. And as you can see, it's rolling, it's not crumpling up or anything like that. So if it does crinkle, it will crease the chrome, and then it'll be permanently damaged. What we're doing here today is something that can be done by yourself with almost any film. You can sticker bomb it, you can do chrome, whatever kind of floats your boat, but we're definitely bringing some life to Lenovo's design here. Still keeping it minimal, but a little more glamorous with the chrome wrap on it. So I'm just applying even pressure, and I'm slicing the air out by dragging my squeegee along and not pushing down in this direction. We don't really want to do that until we get kind of near the ends. You always want to make sure that we're cutting across with the squeegee. So I'm going to flip this around. Get onto the other side here. I hope you guys can see. really have to lift it, so I'm just going to squeegee the air out. And the air comes out really, really easily. The vinyl isn't super sticky. It just works really well. So we're going to start by going along the edges. And as you can see, the Lenovo emblem is kind of embossed here. It's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna bend it down right around the corner. And the film will conform that much. That's not a problem for it at all. And we're gonna take our finger and run it along the edge. If you have a wrap glove, that works really well. It'll help your finger glide a little bit more easily. Now you can wrap pretty much any laptop like this, your MacBook, whatever it is. Phones would be a little bit different, so haven't really done a phone yet. But I mean, if you just want to play around, then it's always an option. Okay, so I have the edges all down and pretty tight right now. I'm just gonna let you see up close. And once I trim that off, it's gonna be really tight to that edge of the laptop. That was the black part of the edge. So what I'm going to do right now is, and I hope you can see, is there's a little edge right here, and I'm going to trim down there and down here, and I'm going to bring my blade off on the inside. I'm just going to move this again so you can see. I'm going to bring my blade off on the inside. The reason why I did that is because I have to fold around this way as well, and I didn't want to come short. I know that I have enough right now to tuck into this little battery area here, which I'm going to do right now for you. So for this section here, I'm just going to hold it up for you and just, so basically what I've done here is I've created a relief cut. Now the inside of here, as far as the back piece of this goes, won't be wrapped. If you want, you can dismantle your laptop even further and wrap that in a separate piece. You will have to do an inlay in that area. But for the most part, you kind of just want this area, it's black in there anyways, but you want this area to be the area that's covered. This is the larger portion of black that would be showing. So I've got that all tucked in there. And I'm just going to take my blade and run it right in the gap. I'm not cutting anything, I'm cutting right in between. So we can see we have a nice clean line all the way inside. Now, for here, we're going to take the film and we're going to have to bend it around just like that, no heat, it's not necessary. Same with this side. And I apply even pressure across when I am stretching it. But again, no heat is necessary. We will go over this with a post heat on all edges afterwards, even actually before I trim the very outer edge of it. So trim off that excess. And that excess. And I hope that you can see. I'm just finding the edge, putting my blade through the vinyl and running my blade along it. So that's all done right there. Okay, so we got that back piece done. Like I said, we can wrap the battery afterwards. It is a little more of a porous textured plastic. That is the battery right there, so the vinyl may not stick that well to it. We can get around to that and try to find out and see how it goes. I will take my heat gun, however, right now, and I'm going to post heat all these edges before I do any trimming. We just want to make sure that everything's nice and tight, because once we cut, there's no going back. And I'm just using my finger. Now, if I had a heat gun, or if I had a wrap glove on right now, I'd have less of a chance of burning myself, and my finger would glide a little bit better across the surface, but we're okay. I've been doing this for a while. All right, so time to cut. Just want to show you the laptop itself. That way you can kind of get an example of what it looks like before we cut. Okay. We're gonna be very gentle when we're cutting. We don't want to cut our laptop. We're going to try and stay on the line. There's a black edge there where Lenovo did the black cap. This is why I use 30-degree blades. These are some of the pointiest blades on the market. These are NT cutter blades. You can buy them on Amazon or whatever, and you just need any 9mm handle. That'll do. Trying to give you guys a good visual here. So I'm not applying a lot of pressure here. I'm just kind of letting the blade do all the work. I don't want to damage anything, including myself. So once you get the blade in the edge that it needs to be in, you can just run it along. And it'll just do all the work for you. So we'll get to removing this. I still haven't done down here yet. This piece is done, but I have to do this piece here. And cut pretty close to the edge. There isn't a lot of stretch. And this is chrome, so it's a little harder to get those really, really tight edges. You will have a much easier time in a more normal finish, like a gloss or a matte or a satin. But the chrome is just a little bit more difficult to work with. But hey, it looks cool, so if you feel like going for it, go for it. Okay, so the laptop is done. What I need to do is post-heat all the edges right now and round everything off a little bit more, and And that's pretty much it. So let's go over it. Now when it comes to heating your laptop or using a heat gun around your laptop, don't put the heat gun too close. You don't want to overheat or kill your laptop, and they're expensive. They're expensive enough as it is, so kind of defeats the whole purpose if you damage your laptop while doing this. And voila, we have the Lenovo embossed chrome laptop. Pretty damn cool. I have to say, I wish I did this earlier, but I am doing this video for everyone who's watching because this is pretty damn cool. Try and get some lighting on it here. Yeah, that's fancy, isn't it? I'll give it even a little bit of clean right now. Get those fingerprints off of there. It's just a little isopropyl alcohol that I used on it. That's totally fine. It's totally safe for the wrap. As long as we're not pushing super hard. Cool. You can see the reflection on the wall. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Anyways, that's how you wrap the laptop. Keep watching. I'm going to try to do this this battery bar right here. So if you want to see that, we're going to go for it. So give me 1 second. I got to cut off a piece. I cleaned the battery bar already just in case. In case I felt like doing it, I think it'll look cool if it works out. This seems to be sticking okay. I have the protective cap on it still. Now you can put the vinyl down with the protective cap on it. It's not a big deal. It's just that when it comes to conforming the chrome, it won't work. So when you get to that point, just make sure you remove it. Let's tuck this in. It's got a little wrinkled up in there. I'm gonna fix it if I can. All right, wicked. I'm gonna trim it. And then use my blade to pull it out. You can use tweezers, so that'll probably be a little bit safer. I'm gonna end up leaving the hinges black because I think that'll look cool. I hope that I'm not in anyone's way right now. I'm just trying to do this all by myself, videotape and do everything. It's kind of difficult. Okay. So it isn't sticking all that well to the back of the battery. Not sure why. I'm gonna finish off the excess here. That's about as far as I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go down to the edge here, this bottom edge. I'm gonna trim off the excess of silver chrome and line everything up. I'm using my hand as a guide. So I use my finger as a guide so I can keep this line nice and straight. You can use knifeless tape. If you didn't want to put a cut on your laptop, then I would use knifeless tape. Everywhere else that I've cut on the laptop, I haven't actually cut on the laptop. I've cut in the crevices, so we haven't actually cut anything yet. Other than I may have possibly scored the back of the battery with the blade. Which, if it was a car or anything like that, you wouldn't want to do that. Like I said, this is my laptop. It is an old laptop, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna trim off the excess around the edge here. The battery does come off. I could have wrapped it off of the laptop. Would have been a bit easier. So everyone can see, this is what we have for an end result. A nice chrome laptop. Battery's done. Edges are clean. Backside looks good. And that's it. Anyways, it's Christian at CK Wraps. I appreciate everyone who's following. If you want to see more videos, I am taking suggestions in the comment section, so please throw down some suggestions. I'm happy to hear them. I'm happy to try to go about getting some of this done for everyone. Someone did ask for a Chrome laptop, like I said, so that's what I did right here. We've got a few other projects on the lineup right now. So yeah, just stay tuned for whatever else is coming up, and I'm happy to show you. And if you have any questions about what I just did here, please post them in the comment section below. I'm happy to answer them for you. Anyways, take care everyone. Thank you.